Am I the asshole for cutting off my dad, but not my sister? My sister, Clara, and I grew up in a really tough environment. Our dad was verbally and emotionally abusive, especially to me. He'd criticize my every move, my grades, my hobbies. Nothing I did was ever good enough. But with Clara, it was different. She was his golden child. He'd buy her whatever she wanted, praise her endlessly, and ignore her every misstep. She, in turn, became incredibly spoiled and entitled, often using his favoritism against me. If I got a new video game, she'd whine until she got an expensive new phone. If I had friends over, she'd throw a tantrum and Dad would make them leave. It was an isolating and frustrating existence. When I finally moved out for college, I went full no contact with my dad. The relief was immediate. I started therapy and began to heal from the years of abuse. I kept a relationship with Clara, but it was strained. She'd call me to complain about her problems, which were always about not getting her way, and she still expected me to drop everything for her. She was used to being the center of attention and couldn't understand why I wasn't playing along anymore. Things came to a head when our dad got sick. He was diagnosed with a serious illness and the doctors weren't optimistic. Clara called me, crying hysterically, begging me to come home. She said I was being heartless and selfish for not visiting him, that he was still my father, and that she couldn't deal with it alone. I told her I had nothing left to give him, that his abuse had cost me too much. She accused me of abandoning her and him, and said I was just as bad as he was. Here's where it gets complicated. A few months later, Clara called me again. She sounded different, vulnerable, and defeated. She told me our dad had spent the past few weeks yelling at her, criticizing her for every little thing, and even blamed her for his illness. He was finally treating her the way he'd always treated me, and she was devastated. She confessed that he had taken all the money from her college fund and used it to pay for his experimental treatments, which didn't even work. She was lost, broke, and finally, truly alone.